Caption Close Lima, Peru, AP. Lawmakers in Peru launched proceedings Friday to oust President Pedro Pablo Kuczynski, who refuses to resign after being accused of failing to disclose decade-old payments from a Brazilian company embroiled in Latin America's biggest corruption scandal. Congress voted overwhelmingly in favor of a motion to consider impeaching the former Wall Street banker for permanent moral incapacity, after hours of debate that stretched into the night. Kuczynski will have a chance to defend himself on Thursday before lawmakers decide his fate. The political turmoil rocking Peru is the latest fallout from the wide-reaching Odebrecht corruption scandal that has ensnared some of Latin America's most powerful political leaders. The Brazilian construction giant admitted in a 2016 U.S. Justice Department plea agreement to paying nearly $800 million in bribes to obtain lucrative public works contracts. Investigations continue as prosecutors throughout the region try to determine who in the halls of power met and accepted payments from Odebrecht. The country is living an historic moment, lawmaker Indira Wilca told Peruvian congressional leaders before the vote. Odebrecht is just the tip of the iceberg. Kuczynski has denied wrongdoing, stating in an impassioned speech late Thursday that he had no involvement in payments made by Odebrecht-led consortiums to his Westfield Capital consulting firm. "I am not running and I am not hiding because I have no reason to," Kuczynski said. "I am not going to abdicate my honor, my values, or my responsibilities as president of all Peruvians." Opposition lawmakers presented documents provided by Odebrecht Wednesday showing $782,000 in payments to Westfield between 2004 and 2007. Between those years, Peru awarded Odebrecht a major highway contract, and Kuczynski was a high-ranking government official. The president said he had no management duties at his consulting term during that period. He added that all the payments were made to his business partner. That partner also owns First Capital, which the Odebrecht documents show received $4 million. Kuczynski said all his earnings from Westfield were duly reported to Peru's tax authority. Of the $4 million in payments to First Capital, he said only one transaction, for which he held up an invoice, was for financial consulting services he provided the firm in 2012 as part of its work on an Odebrecht-owned irrigation project. Kuczynski did not hold a public office in 2012. "I am an honest man and have been all my life," Kuczynski said. The 79-year-old president was elected in 2016 after a lucrative business career. He campaigned on a pledge to clean up corruption and provide much-needed stability in one of South America's most politically volatile nations. The Odebrecht scandal continues to ripple across Latin America, with Ecuadorian Vice President Jorge Glass sentenced to 6 years in jail earlier this week after a court found him guilty of orchestrating a plot to accept bribes from the company. Odebrecht has acknowledged paying $29 million in Peru during the 2001-2006 administration of President Alejandro Toledo and two of his successors. Kuczynski served as Toledo's finance chief and prime minister.